What's going on, y'all? It's Rev, and welcome back to another Dauntless video. Today's video is going to be a little bit more freestyle. I'm going to just be farming a ton of orbs, which is what we really need out of this video. It caught up to me. It's caught up to me where I really need to craft the particular pieces that I want to show off for this particular quest line, mainly because we have Firebrand Sharog in the mix. Luckily, we've solved one of the problems with the weekly cell that was in the cell vendor this week, so we got really lucky there. But we are doing dire patrols currently, and we got Shockjaw and Nezaga, so we're actually double dipping a little bit because we have the concussive grenade quest, which is available to us for killing Deadeye Quillshot and Shockjaw and Nezaga. Now, in dire patrols, as you start slaying the other behemoths, you're going to start running into a larger pool of behemoths that you've might not be super comfortable with, and that's totally fine. Do your best. But this is where you can start getting like a general build going, where you'll be able to kind of just put it on and not have to worry about changing too much. You might change your weapon, you might change, you know, you might feel like playing a different weapon entirely, but this is what I'm trying to set you up for with the particular build that I'm using at this point in time. And we'll go over that build here after this hunt. But we have the Hellion weapons, some of the strongest in the game, and the reason why they're so strong is because you can take them to a lot of different elemental behemoths and still perform relatively well. Elemental affinity is pretty much always going to be better unless you're using the chain blades or the war pike. And in some cases the sword, but we need particular mods and good matchups and such, but it's a little bit more conditional for the sword. Oh, that did a ton of damage. Shockjaw is at half-life currently and is Aether form, which means I need to really watch out. All of its abilities are enhanced. Gonna roll that shock. And the thing about Shockjaw, we haven't fought it, so let's talk about it for a little bit. It's the same as, you know, Nene, but, or the original Nene, but it makes more pylons. It also has a, in later stages of the, nice, that's what I wanted. Sorry, I was going full gamer mode. Had to, I'm trying to get this face break because it's trying to run right now. Yeah, all right. We should be able to kill it in one go around. All that, still not able to kill it. Darn. It's got to be so close too. That's a shame. Maybe if our weapon is +8. But Shockjaw Nezaga plays, or at least fights the same. No new moves. But the modifier adds shields to the pylons, and so the shields on those pylons diminish over time. And if you have insulated 6, you can actually just ignore them and attack them like normal. It's not that big of a deal. I'd be able to get that leg now that it's healed a little bit. Right, try and get that. Oh, the orb, dude. All right. But you can see the pylons currently don't have any shields. It's the Aether form pylon gets a big old shield. So you're not going to be able to destroy it like normal. You can't just walk up to it anymore and break it. Gotten quite a bit of breaks here off of Nene, and that's always nice. I don't think we've fought Nezaga very much, and so we might be able to craft up some of its gear for additional behemoth mastery. But there's a Shockjaw Nezaga. It's a little bit larger than normal Nezaga and has no new moves. That's kind of to recap. If you're looking for a way to really succeed at this fight, if you're taking a lot of damage from the pylons, moving your camera around to note where they are and then putting yourself in between Nezaga will help you significantly. That way you don't need to roll every single orb, just the ones that you've taken note of. You're like, okay, I'm not safe from this one. Knowing there's an audio cue, you can hear the pylons charging up, so you know when the pylons are firing, and that's when you need to really pay attention and maybe just stop attacking altogether. Another good way to do well against Shockjaw is to wear the Nezaga boots and put a +3 insulated in it. If you have a +10 boot, you'll have +3 insulated, and then you have a defense socket to make it +6 just in the boots alone, which is very, very strong. Let's see if any of the other pieces have insulated. It does not. Does Stormclaw have any insulated? It does. So you could go Stormclaw gloves and Shockjaw boots, and you'd have easily a +4 at this current level that we're at. So that's an option. You might have a +1. You might be able to throw it in there for a +5, which is great. The next thing I need to do is upgrade my Hellion sword. Maybe we could have killed it outright without it running with all that good luck that we had, and still didn't manage to kill it. But first order of business, we're always going to be upgrading our weapons, and we can actually get this all the way up to +9 if we wanted to, and so I might actually opt to do that. Getting your weapons upgraded is very important, especially if it's something like the Inferno's Razor, you know, your chain blades, what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the weapon is, but get your like primary weapon, your Hellion weapon or your Riftstalker weapon to +9, because you're going to be using it a lot when we're patrolling. Now, we are going to do we feel like patrolling? I think we're gonna keep it going. I need one more blaze patrol. I could get my weapon to +9, and that sounds appealing, so I'm gonna do that. So we'll kick off this blaze patrol and we'll see what we get. We are currently on our way to fight a normal Charog, and this is gonna be a very, very quick hunt because we are significantly more stacked than we were than when we originally fought it for the first time with the Ward Pike. And so standard affair, gonna be breaking as many parts as possible. I want to still get parts for these hunts because, and Charog in particular is actually a very lucky one, because as you break parts, you'll be able to get extra blaze orbs. You just have a chance to do that naturally, and we've actually picked up quite a bit from doing said patrols and said breaks. Nice, got a little bit of mastery there. 10 staggers on Charog. All right, one flame sack's broken. Gonna break the face. I'm gonna let it enrage. Get this extra damage, make it faster. Gonna go back for my, and you'll see me doing this a lot with the Molten, is the Molten always falls behind you. And so with the sword, this is another tip for sword players. If you're running Molten, utilize your dodge rolls to scoop up the Molten like this, and then use one of your rolling attacks, because you have reactive hilt, hopefully at this stage of the game. And if you're using it, you're gonna get a full crit after that. And you can also do cool stuff like just go dash over, pick it up, come back, right? And your dash is already back up, so you'll be able to keep your uptime. And at this point of the game, you should really be focusing on your uptime and dodging properly, because this is going to make these like low tier hunts that much faster, right? If you can focus on dodging and optimizing your damage on these, and then you also get the practice of doing it up against a weaker behemoth, and so you can try it against a higher tier behemoth, because you know a lot of their movesets are actually the same. And that's a dead Charog. See how many blaze orbs we got, just see if we got any extra from the breaks. So see, Yeah, we got a ton. We got 9 blaze orbs, 9 additional. So we get 10 from the patrol chest, 10 from the patrol itself, and we got 9 additional from breaking all the parts, which is great. We also got a +1 rage, which is something I'll be using in the future. It's totally possible to get cells from as drops, right? And that's awesome. You're not going to get a +3, but you can get a bunch of +1s, sometimes a +2, depending on, I think you can only get +2s from like heroics or maybe dyers as well. Not 100% sure on what the drop table is on that, but it's totally possible. And that's great. You know, it's free cells that you can throw into the middleman. So make sure you're keeping tabs on yourselves and just visiting the middleman. You'll be very surprised if you're not using it to its optimum efficiency. You'll be very surprised at what you can, you know, kind of get within a week, you know, of playing Dauntless. And you know, maybe you don't have the current cells that I have, but I got, you know, it's a mixture of luck and it's also a mixture of just efficiency, right? Like I was using my ace chips all the time to upgrade and just keep the machine churning out cells for me. The next thing I need to do, I'm just gonna go down the checklist really, and we need more heroic ore and we need more dire ore. So what I want to do is check my armor, because I don't think I don't think that +9 is going to be very, very efficient for this. Ooh. So we can upgrade this. Sounds like a solid pick. And then the next dire patrol that we do. So I think, yeah, so we're working on our gear whilst also chipping away at the quests. And so we'll see what we get. I'm going to patrol again, because even if I get Shrike, which is something that I need for make room, even if I don't, or even if I do get Shrike, I'm going to be able to get the additional ore. So, which is going to help me upgrade my equipment to 460, which is where we want to be for taking on escalation, for taking on heroic plus, etc, etc. And where's my rage hunter? There we are. So this is our build, by the way. We're using the Nasher treads just because we get +2 tough, an additional, you know, a little bit of help of healing and a little bit of extra health. Ideally, I would be wearing Carabac boots, but I haven't gone back to craft them. Maybe we will in the next episode or something. Let's see what we get. I'm interested. We got Dreadfrost Boreas, so this has the potential to be really, really fast. And this is also good because I want to craft the Boreas spear for Firebranch Arog. So I am not hating this at all. I'm actually very I'm looking forward to this because we have the fire element and we just upgraded our sword. Boreas has really low HP and it's just going to be a fast patrol, so we got super lucky. And then we'll patrol again and see if we can get like Rage Tail or something. But I definitely want to craft up the Boreas spear so I can talk a little bit about acidic. I've been seeing comments in the comment section about, you know, how is acidic useful, and we're going to talk about it once it comes up, because it's very, very useful for particular fights and particular play styles. Let's see, where are you, Boreas? There you are, my favorite behemoth. I love you so much, Boreas. You and all 6 of your attacks. Let me get this molten. Now, keep in mind, I'm wearing fire gear to a Boreas fight, right? Not in my favor. It's not a wise decision. But we're going for speed on these patrols. You know, if we get a story quest, it's all right. Like I said, it's a little bit more freestyle. I get to kind of just do my thing and make it go as quickly as possible, because y'all can do this on your own time. The patrolling part I'm trying to keep to a minimal, but I also want to offer little tidbits of strategies towards particular behemoths. But with Boreas in the later stages, it actually hits pretty hard and it can get really annoying. Keeping tabs on the minions is going to help you, because honestly, this is like the first time that you're ever going to fight Boreas in an actual fight, right? Now, getting these stacks and accumulating them is going to be way more important, because it does have more HP than the base behemoth, or like the base behemoth Boreas, which is a mouthful to say. But so notice how I'm breaking off from the ice armor Boreas to gather all of these up. The sword is really good for this fight, because with Valiant Overdrive you can just dash on over to the next mobs and gather up. Oh my good golly. Okay, do not do what I do and bring your unupgraded fire armor to a Boreas fight on heroic. You will get one shot. I highly do not recommend. Do not do what I do. Do not be me. I highly recommend not being me in my current situation. Now, I believe in heroic. In heroic plus, you only get one revive, which puts the you know, the stakes a little bit higher. I'm definitely popping a healing pot here, and I'm also gonna pop a bulwark because I'm not feeling safe now that I know my situation a little bit more. Boreas is getting its ice armor again. It just hit 50% HP. Popping a stamina tonic as well, because I'm gonna need it. I need to get my overdrive up. That's what I'm looking for right now. Getting this boy, because these bombers will probably one-shot me. Luckily they hit Boreas. They do deal extra damage to Boreas, which is nice to know. So if you're a heavy hitting weapon like the axe or the hammer, or let's say warpike, you can actually shoot them into Boreas, and if they collide with Boreas, you can kind of play billiards and you'll get damage in on the armor, which is really nice. Oh my goodness, I'm so lucky I have bulwarks. So yeah, just dealt 500. God, I'm getting comboed by the minions now. I'm getting comboed by Boreas. Never take your camera off the behemoth. That's a big tip, actually. Don't take your camera off the behemoth unless you know it's like definitely not attacking or not going for you or running away. Broke the ice armor. Gonna be going for the legs on Boreas. Boreas doesn't sit still. Oh. Lucky I have as much attack speed as I do, because it's actually providing me with a lot of defensive properties where I'm not getting stuck in animations nearly as long as I should. I'm hoping that this leg is going to break before it does whatever it's about to do next. Alas, it did not. Oh my gosh, I'm actually getting mopped right now. Going for this break. Going for the tail. This is what I get for saying Boreas is my favorite behemoth, in air quotes. As a fun fact, every time you res with less HP. And so, oh my good golly, that was a really rough hunt. But it was actually really fun for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me get mopped really fast. But we did get some breaks. We got what we need, question mark, off of Boreas. I know I need Boreas hide for my spear, but I don't know if I got enough. I might need one. We got Shining Arcstone. So we got 28 Shining Arcstone. No additional from breaks. I'm not sure if that's possible. It might only be for elemental patrols. I'll have to keep tabs on that. The next thing we're going to do is craft the Boreas spear, and then we are going to see where we're at. How are our bounties looking? Not too bad. We got a couple good ones. Need to play the Aether Strikers again. All right, first order of business, check the Boreas spear. We do need one more hide, so that's unfortunate. Let's see. Additionally, we can upgrade our armor so we can get floored by Boreas even harder, or less hard, I guess. But next time we get Boreas, we're definitely not going to be wearing what we're currently wearing. All right, we need to run one more Dire Patrol. and then we'll be relatively geared. Let's see, how much is a +8 giving? 105. 105, and I need my gear to be 460. Dang. So they might be asking for full +9s, it seems. Quite a bit. You get 10 each. Yeah, it's probably +9 or +10. I forget what the cap is. At +15, you're at 550, I think. Maybe that's with full escalation as well. I'm pretty oblivious to what the power score is, because for the most part, you're either max or you're not. You're not. But anyway, that's where we're gonna call it here. I'm going to continue the patrolling, and we'll just keep it rolling, and I'll throw you guys some tips. I know it was kind of it felt a little bit more fast-paced to me, but hopefully it helps you learn how to fight the behemoths, and also not what to do. Holy moly, do not bring fire gear versus Boreas. That was a slaughter. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you want to support me and my content, you can subscribe to the channel and use creator code RevvyRad in the Dauntless in-game store. I stream on Twitch. That'll be in the description down below. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. But other than that, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you on the Shatter Dials.